ready? It's the Roundtable with me, Robert Bannon.
Welcome to the Roundtable, everybody. My name is Robert Bannon. I'm so excited. If you're listening to us on the Broadway Podcast Network or you're watching us on YouTube, I am excited. Nothing says lunch break in a fifth grade public school classroom like drag superstar singing their face off. I have been obsessed with the YouTube videos. I'm going to ring them bells when Trevor Ashley is here.
Hello.
Hi.
Thank you so much for having me.
You're so talented.
Thank you.
I watched your videos like 100 times because I'm like, is he singing? Are they singing? Are they not? You're singing.
Yeah.
And voices. You better sing. Well, firstly, you're from Australia.
Yes.
Where you're a big giant superstar. And you become a global superstar now because of a little show called Queen of the Universe. What was it like to be on there in drag singing?
It was amazing. Look, that show just has the most incredible production values. Like, it really is one. Like, it makes X Factor look like it's been made for $2.50. Like, it really does. The way that they have put it together, the dances, the costuming, everything is just so incredible. So for me, it was a real joy to be a part of that show and to be able to really have this sort of global showcase.
Yeah. And you go find the videos, YouTube away, because you're going to fall in the rabbit hole of all rabbit holes when you see it. And now you're coming to New York.
I am.
September 14th and 15th. I see a little sneak peek. You have some anthems, some songs that we know and we love that are from the show, and tributes to two iconic artists. Can you tell, what do we see when we come to a Trevor Ashley show?
Look, I mean, it's a lot of fun. There's very big vocals. She's not quiet. So it's a big vocal show for me. I will literally melt my face off with fabulous songs that I did on Queen of the Universe, as well as other tributes to Shirley, Bassey, and to Liza Minnelli, who is the one that I'm most known for performing as.
If you know anything about cabaret and the scene in New York City, this show, Liza's Back is Broken, was in New York, toured around the world. The other Liza shows that you've done, the Liza Christmas show, like, you are known for the Liza and your voice and your press from the pops to the top it is giving Liza. It is.
I love doing it as her, and like, being able to perform as her is always very special. So I wanted to at least do a little bit of it in this show, as well as sort of just get to be myself and tell great stories from behind the scenes of Queen of the Universe and doing, a World of Wonder reality show.
Oh, I'm sure you have some tea to share.
It was fascinating. Like, I mean, it really, really was. It was a fascinating thing to go and film, and you're so isolated when you film something like that I was, I flew 24 hours around the world to London, and then they lock you in a hotel room and you just go hotel room, studio, and it's just wild. And they keep you away from like the other girls, and we only would get to have dinner with each other occasionally. And if somebody was eliminated, they would disappear. We would never see them again. So it was quite a crazy experience, because they just kept us all so separate. It was really wild.
Well, you picked some amazing songs, The Rose and Get the Party Started and River Deep Mountain High. Like, you are singing diva ballads and anthems that are iconic. When did you realize you had this love of music and you wanted to share your voice?
Look, I always wanted to be a singer. So when I was young, I'm not from a showbiz family in any way, shape or form. But my mother was very encouraging, and it was quite amazing because I basically said, I want to do this. And this is all I wanted to do. And I don't know how I figured that out, but from 5 years old, I was singing and would listen to Mum's records, Barbara Streisand, a lot of Barbara Streisand, and listen to her and Tina Turner, and I just sort of fell in love with their songs. And as I got older, found Bette Midler and found, Shirley Bassey and Liza. And so, but always, my whole life, I've always loved that sort of singer and that sort of entertainer. And so for me, I never really thought that drag would be where I ended up. I was always thinking, I'm going to do musical theatre. That's what I'm going to do. But in the end, it's so funny that drag was the thing that sort of made it all click into the right place, I guess.
No, and it did. And what I love so much about drag, especially in the United States at this moment where there are 700 plus laws that have been tried to be passed banning drag, banning trans, right across the queer community. To have shows like Queen of the Universe and Drag Race, and then to have live performances every night from these girls who work their tails off, is so important as an art form. It's a real art form because you're not up there, you're singing, you're dancing, and then you have to make us laugh. We expect a lot from our queens.
We do. We really do. So for me, I'm loving this experience of being able to go around the world performing now. And, I went to Amsterdam Pride and people were stopping me on the street. And I was like, how is it that, it's just crazy, get your mind blown that you're across the world and people know and have seen you and want to come and support. So, yeah, it's amazing.
Well, you're not only known for your cabaret work, but you talked about musical theater. I mean, we're talking about real heavy musical theater, like there's Les Mis and Priscilla and Hairspray and Joseph, and so you do a little bit of everything.
Yeah, well, look, I always wanted to do musical theater, and I think I was lucky that I auditioned for years and years and didn't get anything, and I was always I would get down to the end and then not quite book the job, and sort of thought this might never happen for me. And then they announced that they were doing Priscilla as a musical. And I was like, well, I've now been doing drag for a few years and I want real music theatre performers, but who can do drag. And so I went in and auditioned for that. And I actually auditioned for the role of Felicia. And they were like, you're not right for that, but we've got this other thing in mind. And they literally rewrote the part, especially for me. So they wrote the whole song, changed everything for me. And so I got to be a part of that original production. Now I've seen, all these people play Misunderstanding around the world in a role that I got to create. And my voice and the way I talk was what they based it off.
Look, people are now, just like you're doing Shirley and Liza, et cetera, people are now doing you and taking what you've done. And it's now part of musical theater history now and culture. I am so excited. I'm excited because I know that I love Green Room 42. Have you been to Green Room 42?
I have. I went a few years ago when I was in New York, and I went to see Natalie Joy Johnson do it because she's a good friend of mine and I love her. And so I went to go see her do that. But I hear they've done a big renovation and it all looks incredible. So I'm very excited to be there and to go back.
Yes, listen, I was just there the other day for an opening. The booths are redone. The lighting is redone. The stage is set. It looks beautiful in the space. I think it's one of the most intimate, beautiful jewel boxes of a place to do a show. You go there, I joke, you get an artisan pizza, you have a glass of wine, you have a little nosh, and you listen to some great music, and you're not gonna be further than 20, 30 feet away. So no matter where you sit, you're gonna have a great seat. It's September 14th and 15th at 9:30. It's Queen of the Moment, and you could live stream it. So if you're in Australia, if you're in London, if you're in LA, if you're in Florida, if you're in Texas, wherever you are, make sure you can get a live stream ticket as well so you don't miss it. September 14th and 15th, 2 nights. And you can go and you can get your tickets at greenroom42.com. As a garbage truck drives by, welcome to New York City and New Jersey.
I'm so used to it. I love it. Well, I'm sitting here in London at the moment, and it's a heat wave, so everybody's dying. We're all like, "Oh my god, it's so hot."
We are in 95-degree classroom, second day of school here in New Jersey. It's a moment. We're having a moment, but we're making this heat look good, Trevor.
It is, and I mean, look, I had some time in Greece, so I'm feeling quite tanned and fabulous.
Yes, come. But we're gonna see. There's the loudspeaker right now. I'm telling you, we're right here, right in the thick of it. If you go to @Trevor_Ashley on Instagram, so you can follow and know when Trevor's going to be in your neck of the woods, and we're going to stay up to date. And I will see you on the 14th and the 15th right here in New York City. Everyone, go to greenroom42.com. Get your tickets before they're gone.
I'm very excited. Thank you so much for having me.
You're a pleasure, and we'll be in the rabbit hole watching your videos every day as we lead up to this. It's such a pleasure to meet you. Thank you.
Thanks, darling.